Welcome to the First Issue Club. We're your weekly comic book podcast where, just like Sue Storm, we love a good read. This is the week where society collapsed. The comic book industry was shook to its core.
Atlas shrugged.
And the world moved and people lost their faith in comic books. Good God, there was a bend in the spine of your absolute Batman.
And it wasn't because of Bane.
Bane didn't take it over his knee and crack it down the spine. You absolute fans won't get that reference. Maybe it happens.
It may be a little out of your league.
Maybe it happens at some point in the absolute.
You think Absolute Bane could crush Absolute Batman's spine?
Imagine that. You'd need more than 2 pages to show
you
that.
Need 2 Banes.
You need 4 pages to show that.
At least 2 to 3 Banes to snap Absolute Batman's back.
Big fold out, gatefold, center.
Oh my God. I wouldn't put it past the Absolute Verse to do a fucking centerfold spread. Like 8 pages drop out.
Man, the one in there was a recent Batman issue that had like a Joker tripping sort of thing in the center. That was so stinking cool.
Yeah.
I loved that. But in any case, I feel like I want to say we're your spot for maybe some comic book positivity this week, because I've just been seeing a lot of negativity online lately. A lot of I think one of the great
Mike
things,
just got internet connection.
one of the great things about the Absolute universe is that it's brought more people into comic books.
Sure.
But it's also creating a lot of people who are just focusing on what they think is wrong about comics and not being able to buy and sell the way they want to. And I don't know. At some point you got to be like, hey, these are fun.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun with our comic books. I'm a collector too. I like everything in good condition.
Sure.
But at the same time, you're meant to read these things. It's not a business for everybody.
The Absolute fan base is getting its first taste of a whoopsie daisy. What I mean by that is there has been a printing error and a shipping error. And the world is collapsing around them. And I feel like that meme with the guy with the noose around my neck saying, first time?
Yeah.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
This happens. You were still able to read the book, and it was fun. Another thing I've seen about the Absolute Verse that people are sounding off about, issue 20, is that what we're on for Absolute Batman?
Yes.
Had over 100 variant covers. Again, this is your first time. This is not a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy all of them. Most of those are retailer exclusives.
We don't have to go through this conversation every new comic book that comes out.
Yes. It's okay.
Yeah.
It is fun to tease a little bit. Just does the comic really need 100 variants? It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have to buy them. You can just
you don't have to
glaze
buy them
over it, dude.
As a consumer, and the store doesn't have to buy.
The store can't buy them if they're retailer exclusives.
Covers either.
Yeah.
It's gotten to a point now where I think I've collected long enough where I'm just like, are we circling back to this again?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Lee, awesome that there's 100 covers.
Yeah, comics.
Something for everybody.
Positivity.
I did want that Mark Brooks one that I sent you guys. The robins where they're birds.
Oh, sure.
Glowed in the dark.
The Mark Brooks?
Yeah, the Mark Brooks.
Yeah, sorry. For some reason, I thought you said Mark Spears.
Oh, I'm sure he did one too.
I'm sure. Well, there's 100+ variants.
Yeah.
It'd be stupid if he didn't get one.
Yeah.
I have one.
All right. Well, we're going to be talking to you about the first issues that came out this week and last to some extent. I know we missed
it was Mother's Day.
An episode last week. Yeah, Mom's Day. Too much stuff going on last week.
We're doing Mother.
So we got a catch-up episode. But before we get into those, we do want to talk about Boulevard Brewing Company's Space Camper Cosmic IPA. And not only the Space Camper Cosmic IPA, but the Space Camper Star Striker Out of This World IPA, which is the one that we are currently drinking, a brand new Space Camper, hot off the press. Or I guess cold off the press.
Cold off the press, straight from the teat.
Like an olive oil, it's cold off the press.
And it's unlimited. Unlimited Space Camper if you buy a box. You just go in there and say, refill, please. And they have to do it. That's a joke.
Good joke.
I realized as I was doing it, I have to say it's a joke.
Good joke.
Because this is a real company we're talking about.
So this is a team up with the Kansas City Sports Commission
Mm-hmm.
as a kind of promo for the World Cup, which is being hosted in, or I guess not necessarily the World Cup, but some nice congruous with some of our local soccer sports teams and
Yeah.
and the World Cup happening in Kansas City.
It definitely
this
coincides
summer.
with the World
It
Cup.
coincides with the World Cup without, it doesn't have like World Cup logos on it.
No, they're not beholden. They're not beholden to that corrupt organization.
We don't love FIFA
Yeah.
over here.
I found out recently World Cup is like the Super Bowl. It's like a trademark thing, and you're not allowed
Yes.
to say World Cup if you
Yep.
mean like the big soccer game or whatever.
Yeah, the big games plural.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Legally, we can say it on the show, right?
Yeah.
World Cup.
We'll,
World
s-
Cup.
we'll say it
World Cup.
illegally. How about that?
Yeah, take that, FIFA.
I think you can't be like,
You
as-
corrupt bastards.
it's like Fritos is trying to sell chips. They can't be like, hey, here's your Super Bowl edition chips.
Got it.
Or like a Super Bowl sized bag of Frito-Lays.
Super Frito.
So we can release an episode for the World
You
Cup,
can
but we can't release a World Cup episode.
There you go.
I see.
Wow. Without express written consent of
Major League Baseball.
and ABC and FIFA.
But now that we got that out of the way, this is a great tasting beer and it's got a different variety of hops. So if you like IPAs and you're feeling a little more adventurous, I would say that this is certainly a bolder
Yeah.
flavor of hop than the classic traditional Space Camper Cosmic IPA.
They
So
do this
expand your
am-
palate like our ever expanding universe.
They do this amazing thing on the box, just like superhero sports cards where they give you the stats of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the boldness is off the charts, Mike. It's
Is it?
almost to the end. But the bitterness level,
Mm.
low bitterness flavor for this particular
How
brand.
about it? I didn't even see that. Does it really say boldness?
I think so. Who would win in a fight between Star Striker and Juice Nova? This is what I love to talk about.
Well, Star Striker is just a soccer player, so
Whoa, wow.
Yeah, Juice Nova's like
derivative.
Juice Nova's like a space person. She's got a jetpack.
Okay, you don't get to be a part of the Space Camper line of cadets by simply being a soccer player.
I don't know, man. Look at the box. That's the information I have to go off of.
She is
I'm
she's
not
a
knocking-
jet setting cosmonaut. That
Who
is
happens to play soccer?
yes,
Okay.
just like I'm sure Kim Jong Un plays hacky sack. Like
he's a dangerous world power.
but also
also-
to hack.
Yeah, right. It's a Star Striker in two meanings.
Right.
She
can-
strikes down stars.
She can explode a star, and she's the star
exploding.
striker on a team.
Sure.
Striker, what is the term for a
We've done
forward?
it. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for the cease and desist from Boulevard to come through.
Just like we regret. Can we get back pay
I think
for all the years we sponsored your show?
I think they'll have more of a problem with you equating our mascot to Kim Jong Un, but you know,
I would never make that parallel. I was just saying that, that these great, incredible figures are allowed to have a hobby.
yeah, that these incredible, precious leaders.
Precious, innocent, God-appointed leaders.
All this to say, they're a great brewery. And Space Camper's a good beer, and there's a lot of types of it. So here's another type that you should check out if you like your IPAs.
Cheers.
It's 5.2.
Cheers.
Don't drink it on an empty stomach. Yum yum. Give me some. Down my tum tum.
Okay. Any other comic book news? We already kind of covered the Batman stuff in the intro. What else we got?
Netflix announced that
Mhm.
Barbaric is getting an animated show.
Yeah.
So go buy your. That's a Vault comic too, isn't it?
It is.
Here we go. So that's cool.
Mhm.
We love to see adaptations of cool books.
Yes.
I think they also did that the right way, where they expanded their universe in the comic
Mhm.
before trying to do like an adaptation that
Yeah, there was a
You know,
big
like Game of
push
Thrones
like a year
sort
ago.
of-
Yeah,
Mhm.
did it the backwards way, but
and then imploded on itself.
well, they like did the TV show before the books were like done doing their thing.
Well, I mean, I don't think the books are ever going to be done until Brian Sanderson has to write them.
Yeah. But yeah, so
What
that
else?
that's cool.
Oh, the new Punisher one shot dropped
Yeah.
on
Oh,
Disney
I haven't
Plus.
seen it yet. That just happened earlier this week.
Yep, I'm
Yeah.
about halfway through it.
Yeah, to mixed fanfare.
Yeah. There's a shot that people are saying is like
It has bad
unfinished.
graphics.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
he like falls on a thing and
Yeah.
whatever. But all
People-
I'm hearing good things about the story. So-
Nerds get so mad about
Jank
special,
CGI.
Yeah, CGI.
so dumb. I hate it.
I think it's something where maybe our generate. I don't know if this is a generational thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I think our generation is more forgiving with that stuff just because of
Yeah.
the TV shows and movies that we grew up with.
Right.
That it's just like, yeah, it all looked kind of hokey to some degree, but
Right.
you're already suspending your disbelief watching a show with like the Punisher as the star.
That's like being upset that like Kermit doesn't blink.
Same
And it's just
thing
like,
with, like,
dude's a puppet.
The VFX in She-Hulk didn't phase me at
Hell
all.
no, because it was awesome.
At all. And that was a huge gripe for so many people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was so turned on the whole time.
I don't know. It took me out of it. Oh, the graphics on a giant green woman took you out of the reality of the show. You fucking idiot.
So stupid. Yeah, I know. That sounds now like how I'm sure I sounded to my parents as a 10-year-old
Mhm.
complaining about black and white
Yeah.
movies and TV shows.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
You know, and now it's like, what are you doing? Black and white is better than color.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
like-
shots fired.
Okay.
I thought we were supposed to stay positive here on this episode.
I am. I'm positive that black and white is better than color.
Oh, got him.
Anyway, yeah, so Punisher's out. Did
Uh-huh.
you see Nick Cage's stunt at the premiere of
Was that actually Nick Cage?
Mhm.
I didn't realize that.
Wait, what
Yeah.
happened?
He
Jumped from a
climbed
car onto like a pillar on like
the Chinese theater.
yeah, at the Chinese theater. Yeah.
What?
I mean, he was like harnessed in, but
Yeah.
he was dressed as Spider-Man Noir.
That the man does too much for us.
I know, right?
He sacrifices his body when he doesn't have to.
I know.
There should be a gold statue of him at Mar-a-Lago.
There should be a gold statue of him in every city in America.
Is his copy of Superman the one that got stolen?
Yes, famously.
Is that the most famous actual comic book? Like when we're talking like physical comic books.
I don't know.
Not most famous as in like, you know,
Yeah, multiple copies of a thing.
Amazing Fantasies, like
Yeah.
a more famous comic book. No, I'm talking about that
No,
single
Ang-
I think
physical
Girlfriend.
Angry
copy.
Girlfriend
Angry Girlfriend.
Angry Girlfriend's more popular than that
because
one?
it's more noticeable.
Yeah.
Okay, but here to us maybe,
It's written on.
but to the world at large, I think more people in the world know that Nick Cage's copy of Superman got stolen than people are aware of the Angry Girlfriend comic.
That is so like that is such a hair splitting thing. Like,
Yeah,
well,
that's six in one hand, half dozen
I mean,
in the other.
truly, that's like, do you?
If I asked my mom what's more famous, the stolen Nicolas Cage comic book or the Angry Girlfriend variant comic book, she would tell me, "Please sit down.
Go
You're ruining
outside."
Christmas."
Yeah, right.
But she has a greater chance of even knowing what the Nick Cage one is.
Because she knows who Nicolas Cage is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
She would. Oh my god. She would just be agreeing because she knows who Nicolas Cage is. She doesn't even know that his comic book got stolen. She doesn't even know that he collects comic books. Apples, oranges.
I concede, I guess.
It's probably 50-50.
Sound off, chat. Who's right? I don't know where you're gonna sound off on.
In chat.
Discord.
Yeah, go to Discord, which if you go to any of our social media sites, we have a linked tree there for you to follow us on our Patreon and our Discord. So go do that now, please. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. That's plenty of news, right?
Plenty.
Plenty
Sure.
of news before the plenty of comic books we
Damn, you're
got.
too much.
I did read a couple graphic novels recently.
Whoa.
Not graphic. I trade paperbacks or
Mhm.
collected editions is maybe what I should say over a
Okay.
graphic novel.
What'd you read?
I read Knights Volume 1.
Oh, everybody's talking about this
I
book.
like Knights.
Knights Volume 1.
It was good.
Have you heard this?
KN or
I
regular?
like Knights.
Have you had a Knights? Have you had Knights? Comes around every 8 hours?
You did a real Seinfeld.
Every
there.
12?
I
Jay
enjoyed it.
Leno.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a
What is this
fun
book?
ride. You don't know what Knights is?
No, I don't either.
Genuinely
Oh, you
don't know what
No.
this is.
Well, it's kind I feel like the artist is Luigi. Is it Luigi Formazio? Am I thinking of the
You're
If
the
wrong?
one that read
if
it?
I haven't heard of the book,
It's a kind of anime inspired looking comic
uh-huh.
of this young man who has to move in with his older cousin to
Okay.
go to like a specific school. And
Is it a magical school?
no, it's just like he got moved across the country.
Okay.
Okay.
And in this world, there's kind of like there's vampires are a real thing,
Go on.
but there's only like one vampire per like state or city. And so
Oh, court like government issue?
Yeah,
they're like pretty rare, I
Okay.
guess.
Right.
Is
Like
the thing.
today.
You wouldn't encounter too many of them.
We overhunted
But they are a
them.
known entity.
But they are a known entity, and this kid's never seen one, and he moves into this house with his cousin, and one of their roommates is like basically the state's vampire.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he, over the course of the first graphic novel, he goes from being a little kid to like each one is like a nice time jump.
Okay.
And so he gets to an age where he matches where she's stuck in time.
Yeah, got it.
And they have a little bit of a romance. But
Ooh, I don't like that.
there is this disconnect between
Yeah.
how much stuff she's seen
Yeah.
happen in
Yeah.
life.
What's
and-
the age of consent for vampires, really?
Dude, that's always my problem with vampire romance,
Yeah.
where it's like,
Oh, yeah. It's, yeah.
because like, she's basically have groomed this child, right? Like,
Well, no. I think it's the thing that, like, she's 1,000.
well, they also lived together for 20 whatever years,
Yeah.
and now she is now.
Sure.
I don't like that. That creeps me out.
That's an interpretation. In the comic, it's a little sweeter than that.
She, well,
Yeah,
I don't
I'm-
think it was like a Dane
I'm
Cook
sure
or a Drake
he,
situation.
Yeah, I'm sure he would say that too, Mike,
Yeah.
in court.
She invited me over to her house after school.
Well, he would have to invite her over because she's a vampire.
Well, we'll have to get Chris Hansen on to discuss the logistics of how that works. I came here to pray with her.
I came here to pray with her. God, that was always the out, wasn't it? Here's a pre-written letter to say that I was actually here to save
Yeah.
this person. Then they're like, then why do you have all the Mike's Hard Lemonade in your car?
I was going to show her what not to drink.
I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm an undercover cop too. You're on my show
You're on my To Catch a Predator
called
show.
Busting Chris Hansen. I got you.
Oh.
Why are you naked, sir?
Okay, so is this a slice of life romance book?
Nah, it gets like heavier than that with like
2 slices of life.
like secret societies and
Oh,
and-
shit,
and,
okay.
Okay.
this sort of like demon that's out in the wild that's consuming other entities. I don't know. It's a fun comic.
So,
It's one that's kind of hard to put in words, which again is maybe the reason I like it. I read so many comics. It's hard to find one that doesn't feel like it fits a formula or has like an easy comparison directly to another comic book.
Mhm.
It feels kind of unique.
All right.
aside from the vampire, is it similar to our world? Like, there's no like flying cars or like post-apocalyptic theme.
There's a handful of other weird things that go on.
Okay.
And one of them is that if someone like dies like a specific way where they've got unfinished business, they stay a skeleton on Earth for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
So that's like our world.
Yeah.
We call them ghosts.
An animated skeleton.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's very funny.
Yeah.
That was good.
They can still hold jobs and
Okay,
a
that's
nightmare.
incredible.
yeah.
Just like a skeleton gas station attendant.
Mhm.
Tell me that they would just be call centers would just be full of skeletons.
1000%. Skeletons would be getting the shittiest jobs.
God, poor skeletons.
I think a lot of them don't work because they don't
Oh, lazy.
they don't need food.
Oh,
Right?
sure.
Or like home. Well, you assume.
Well, they would need a home, right? Maybe there's certain like
So they can rest their bones.
Get the fuck out of here.
certain luxuries that
Come
you'd like to
on.
afford yourself. I wasn't prepared to talk about this comic book this much.
No, that's fine.
Can I ask one more
This
question?
is why I'm stumbling over it because I didn't prepare
That's
this
okay.
conversation. I just wanted to say that I read Knights and liked it.
Okay. Final question about the skeletons. Do they wear clothes? Or are they just like full boned out?
Fully boned out.
Your mom was fully boned out last night. You know what I mean?
That was you?
Yeah, they can choose. I think that you see a lot of skeletons with clothes on.
Oh, so skeletons have the power of choice.
Mhm.
They can choose for themselves. Excellent. They have rights. Skeleton rights.
Can they vote?
I don't know.
Have we ruined this book for you?
No,
Okay.
you're ruining yourselves for me.
Perfect.
Oh, zing.
Check. We've done it again.
All right. How our friendship has stayed intact, I don't know.
This is a Kickstarter 2 thing, right?
No,
It's not?
this was I think straight to Image.
Oh, okay.
And then I read one of those Curse of the White Knight.
Oh.
Sean
Murphy.
Murphy comics.
The
This was the follow up to the first one, the sequel.
Oh, yeah.
There's a ton of those now.
There are a bunch of them. I own 3 of them, and I've liked them all.
Yeah, they've all been good.
Yeah.
I dropped off halfway through Beyond. Dark Knight, White Knight Beyond. Whatever
I don't
that-
think I've read that one.
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
Yeah, White Knight, Curse of the White Knight,
And
and then there's like
White Knight
White Knight
Beyond.
Harley Quinn, White
Mhm.
Knight Von Freeze.
Von Freeze was so good.
Yeah, that's like a thick one shot.
That's really good.
Do you think those books are so widely successful and DC's just like, do whatever the fuck you want, Sean? Like, just don't stop making
I think
these.
this was the same thing that was like why Absolute resonates with people because it's just like a fresh take that you can cannonball into
Yeah.
and
Is he writing
not
and
carry the
drawing it?
baggage.
All of them?
yeah.
Wow. No, I'm sorry. He didn't draw the last one. At least he didn't do White Knight Beyond.
He didn't. Okay.
He wrote it,
Yeah.
but I don't think he did the art on that one.
Too much work.
Yeah, and I think the one shot.
The Von Freeze one.
I don't think he drew that one.
Oh my
either.
gosh, who did that one? Klaus Johnson.
That's right,
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
dude. It
art for
rips.
it.
You should.
It is good.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
I mean, it's kind of dark. It deals with like
the Holocaust,
the Holocaust. Yeah.
but it's really good.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Excellent.
Yowza. What a transition.
Is that it?
Yeah, I said I read 2. Those are the 2 that I read.
No.
Are you guys happy?
I'm very happy, Mike. Thank you
Okay.
for contributing.
good.
Your opinions and thoughts are valued, and we love you.
Appreciate it.
I read
Oh, mine weren't part of the I read segment.
Oh,
Oh,
It was just a
what
note.
segment was this?
This was just
intermediate.
oh yeah, intermediary. I read a couple graphic novels that I thought were good.
Yeah.
And then you guys bullied me into
We didn't bully
Bully.
shit.
Yeah, you did.
We were intrigued by this book.
Okay. Whatever you want to call it.
Here's how I define.
Sorry, we have skeleton questions.
Jesus. Here's how I define bullying for this show. If I don't ask you a single follow-up question about the book you read, I don't give a shit about you or your book.
no.
If I pummel you with questions into a rage,
That's how you show you care.
that's how I show my love.
Okay.
All right, what did you read, Mike?
Last week I read Ben 10.
Benjamin 10.
Old Benjamin 10. Uncle Ben 10.
Bro, now that's the crossover we've been dying for.
Yeah.
Somebody write
With
it.
great power comes great wristwatches that turn you into an alien.
Now, my preface to this is don't get mad at me because Ben 10's a pre-existing thing, so I might speak to it incorrectly. The comic is all I have knowledge of.
I have complete ignorance of the IP as well.
Okay. It's based on a kid's show. And
It's actually
Here we
pretty
go.
sophisticated if you think.
Here we go. It's not Steven Universe.
well,
Shut
I'll
up.
say it's something that seems like it has a really good fan base,
Oh.
a good size fan base.
For sure.
Because if you go online to like look it up, there's like Reddits that are arguing over it. So it's got like a passionate.
Yeah,
Good,
Fan
maybe.
base.
Vocal, absolutely.
there you go. Yeah,
So what I get based on the passionate fan base, what I gather is what you alluded to, that it started as a kid's show and was popular enough to kind of grow along with its audience, and then have a couple spin-offs that like now the spin-offs are more for 12 and 13-year-olds.
Sure.
And then 5 years later, now the spin-offs are more for 16, 17-year-olds.
got it.
That they're aging it up over time.
Power Ranger style.
Power Rangers style. And now there's people who can take the fantasy of this a little more seriously than the original stuff it's based on.
Okay.
So in this story, not the actual Ben 10 cartoon, but in this comic book, Ben, number 10.
The titular Ben.
Got it.
What happened to Ben 1 through 9?
Yeah, I haven't read those. Do I need to read those to understand
You can
this?
skip Ben 1 through 9. They're
Okay.
terrible. Ben 10 is where this series
It really starts cooking.
takes off. So Ben chances upon an armband that lets him change forms into different fighters.
10 different fighters.
So
if
he's
I'm
got
not-
kind of a gauntlet. And I would assume that it's 10 different characters he can change into.
Hold on.
But
hold on.
in this comic, you only see 2, I think.
Okay.
So is this like a reboot of the show?
Yeah, I think it's a
Okay.
retelling.
Got it.
I think what I would assume this is, based on how it read, is that this is revisiting the origin to treat it with the gravitas that the series has gained over time.
Got it. This is the gritty reboot.
This is the gritty reboot.
What
Got it.
publisher?
This is I don't
Is it Mad Cave?
I don't know,
I thought
but
it was Dynamite. I thought it was
Okay.
Dynamite.
it might be Dynamite. That kind of sounds right.
'Kay.
But again, who knows?
I'll confirm.
I'll even say, while you're confirming that, check with me on who wrote it, because it's somebody that we all know, and it's somebody who writes more serious stuff typically.
Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Yeah.
Benjamin Percy.
Stan Lee.
I would read the fuck out of a Benjamin Percy Ben 10 book. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right. So 2 interesting points. This is technically volume 2 of Ben 10.
Oh, really?
Presumably the original was
A Cartoon
a
Network
Cartoon
book.
Network.
Yeah.
Kids book.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But this was a Dynamite book. Joe Casey.
Joe Casey.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
That's cool. With artist Robert Carey.
Oh, okay. Right on.
So I think you could revisit the origin of this character through this comic book without feeling like you're watching a show for 7-year-olds. I think that's kind of the mission statement of it.
Got it. Ben's name is Ben Tennyson.
Okay.
That's funny.
This show needs to be canceled.
That's a joke I would make.
This is a joke no one should make. Ben Tennyson.
So he gets the armband while he's on a camping trip,
Mm-hmm.
and allows him to change forms, whatever. I have 2 notes on this.
Okay.
One, it's his grandpa who he's with.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like he knew this was going to happen.
Oh.
Like he was like, when puberty hits, all men in our family chance upon meteors that I have ancient armband tech. It's like
What? He says that?
no, he doesn't say that.
Oh, he like
But
implies it.
He implies that like it happened, and it's just like it happened. He's wandering.
This isn't a night
he's-
emission. This
he's
is
wandering-
fucking alien tech.
Yeah, he's wandering through the woods and finds tech.
I was
Like,
wondering when this day would come.
Yeah, was that inevitable?
It's not like a unibrow.
Maybe his
fairness-
grandpa's a time traveler, or it's himself traveling back in time. Or
well,
something?
in fairness, his grandpa would be Ben 8. So if it's happened 8 times,
yeah, that may
it's
be
gonna.
Benjamin Adeton.
Adeton.
810.
Ben is definitely a little shit in this. He's kind of obnoxious, but I mean, so was Peter Parker for the first like
Classic.
30
classic
issues of
Ben.
Why,
Spider-Man.
why did Thor get sent to Earth? Because he was a shit.
And then here's another key plot point that may not be in the original, or it may be, I don't know.
Mhm.
That there's a big ugly alien guy who wants the armband because it's the only thing powerful enough to prevent him from taking over the galaxy unopposed.
Got to.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's the story.
Point of order.
Yes.
You said that he stumbled across it in a wooded area.
Yeah.
Is this kind of like how Hal Jordan finds his Green Lantern ring? Like he finds an alien that's been like crash landed onto Earth, and it's bestowed upon him specifically.
Yeah, well, I think it's like it appears as if it's like there was a crash in space, something has crashed into Earth.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what fell down
So
from
he
the
truly
sky?
happened
So
upon
he's-
it. He
yeah.
wasn't
Okay.
chosen or
No.
destined. Or,
As far as I can tell, he wasn't chosen, but maybe
well, I guess per Grandpa's commentary, he.
I mean,
may have.
He'd have to be chosen.
that maybe Armband is seeking him out.
Got it.
Maybe Armband exploded off Grandpa's arm, went into space for 5 years until
Yeah, till he was
the
of
next
age.
generation was ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
I think Grandpa has some explaining to do.
There we go.
I hate that trope of old Grandpa. Later, find out he's an alien that has alien tech. Tricks his grandson into taking it. Grandson now has to fight to defend Earth. It's tired.
It's just been
We've
done
used
so
it
many
too
times.
much.
Yeah, you're right.
Is then grandson part alien?
Oh, good question.
Oh, yeah.
Is it like a DNA transfusion going on?
I mean, not that I know of.
No
there
needles?
wasn't any like alien dialysis happening. In
Oh,
this
okay.
one.
All right. Good. Good.
They must
Good.
have skipped that page.
Well, because
That was like a whole
Cover
season.
that.
That was the whole
Yeah.
season in the show.
Mhm.
He got jaundice. It was bad.
It sounds fun. It sounds like a legitimately fun book.
Yeah.
Did it read kiddish?
I mean, more so than
See
a
Ben
typical
run.
Joe Casey book.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
I mean, he writes like a lot of political, violent stuff.
Yeah.
Ben 10 didn't say motherfucker.
And this definitely is something that's friendly enough
Mm-hmm.
for a younger person to read it.
Yeah.
But feels more for teens. Like, right, like this idea of this like big alien who's like trying to take over the galaxy. I mean, there's themes of like genocide in that, right? Like
Sure.
Yeah.
when you think about like the kind of character Thanos is, like
Yeah.
this guy is like that kind of character.
Got it.
So there is some heavy stuff in it, but it's very YA in my opinion.
If I'm remembering correctly from the TV show, there was Grandpa character,
Mhm.
there was Ben character, and then there was a third female character
Yeah, there's a
around the
little girl.
same age as Ben.
Yes, he's got a sister.
Okay. I knew there was some kind of relation
Yeah.
there. So yeah. All right.
Okay.
What about a wisecracking shrimp? No?
It's not a wisecracking shrimp.
There wasn't in the TV show either. So what am I thinking of?
All right. Sounds fun.
Might be SpongeBob.
Oh, you got it. I always get those two confused. I read Godzilla vs. Texas.
Was it good? I
It
didn't
ex-
pick this one up.
It existed.
Sure.
I enjoy that Toho is allowing this to happen.
Yeah.
Godzilla parading around our great, beautiful country and destroying it state by state. It allows local comic book artists and writers to get a little bit of a highlight as well. They usually like to funnel talent from that area into those books. Obviously, they did a Kansas City one already. It was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
They're doing a San Diego one for Comic-Con.
Yes, and then I mean they've been to Boston, Chicago,
I thought
Texas.
I thought it was interesting that we've done Boston, we've done Chicago, we've
Yep.
done Kansas City,
Yep.
we've done LA.
I know what you're gonna do now. Go on,
Why does Godzilla have to take the entire state of Texas?
because it needs to be gone.
There are so many large cities.
Texas. That's the problem.
That is
I
a
think.
good point.
I
Right?
think that's the problem. There's too many.
There's too much open space.
Yes.
Godzilla's got too much room to roam.
I mean, what you want to read a Godzilla takes on Corpus Christi?
No, I want to read Godzilla versus Houston. Godzilla versus Dallas.
Godzilla's losing that fight. every
Godzilla
day of the
shoots JR.
That is a very old joke that none of you will get. Fantastic.
I mean, I'm assuming it was as quality as the other Godzilla verses.
It is fun. If you lived in Texas,
Yeah.
you will like it better.
Sure. I mean,
A lot of these are so referential of the areas that.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, to your point, Texas is so general.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fodder that it's like, what landmarks do you pick?
Mm-hmm.
oh look, I'm from Texarkana.
Yeah.
I know the highway sign.
Yeah, right.
Does he fuck around on the grassy knoll at all? He shoots his laser from the book
Bro.
depository.
He's the fucking third shooter. They send him back in time, and he's the third shooter.
Man, that's awesome.
Are there landmarks? I mean, like, does he
Are there landmarks
or like famous Texas things that you were like, oh, fun? Like is the Alamo in this?
Alamo's in there?
Does he become a ranger?
No. There's
Football?
football stadiums.
Oh, Dallas Cowboys.
Yep. He fights a
But
giant
not the Houston. I almost said Oilers.
Texans.
Texans.
No, they've already had enough loss. He fights a giant cowboy robot.
That's fun. Oh, like no, I guess the state fair is in Oklahoma.
That's the only thing. And casinos. Yeah, it was fun. It's just Hank Hill doesn't show up, so that's a bummer. Yeah. So to all of our Texas listeners, you'll enjoy it.
Howdy.
Yeah. Howdy.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
I didn't read. Well, I did read a little bit, but I didn't really understand most of it. But I had to chuckle at this fucking title because it is gigantic. Amazing Spider-Man / Venom, Death Spiral, Body Count.
Oh yeah, what a title!
That is the full-on fucking title for this, and it was fun.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, it's like a end of an event.
Yes, yeah, and I chose the wrong time to
Yeah,
jump in. But Torment looks rad as shit.
Torment's a cool character.
Yeah, he's very, very cool looking. And then I read what the
Some
hell else did I read?
repercussions in that
Some
Spider-Man series.
Repercussions.
I won't spoil them, but my goodness.
My goodness, ooh la la. What'd you read, Vargy?
I read so many books. Excommunicated was actually a book from last week, but it didn't ship till this week. So it's a story of a nun and a demon
Oh.
who
Mm-hmm.
have to end up working together to
Classic.
figure out who is sort of coordinating to take both of them down.
Hmm.
So this nun the story opens with her, and she's called to an exorcism. And if you don't know, nuns are not allowed to participate in exorcism. So
I genuinely didn't know that.
yeah, only priests are allowed. So she's called by a priest who's performing an exorcism.
Yeah.
And he's like, I need backup. You're the only person I know, whatever. So she shows up. The priest that's performing the exorcism ends up dying
Mhm.
as a result.
Mhm.
But she seemingly banishes the demon, but the person that the demon was possessing also dies. So she gets excommunicated from the church because 2 people died and she showed up to a place where she wasn't supposed to be. And then the end of the book is she's at this Airbnb that one of the parishioners has provided her to like help her land
Get her
on her
shit
feet.
together, yeah.
And someone breaks into her home, and you find out that the guy who broke in was actually being controlled by the demon.
The demon isn't gone!
So the demon, and that's sort of where the synopsis of the book comes in, where like the demon,
The demon's calling from inside the house.
well, the demon was like making, as he was being exorcised, he was like, wait, this wasn't how I was told this was going to go. So like,
Yeah.
someone somewhere has like
Somebody!
Twice. That's the second time we've done this episode. Shout out to Smash Mouth.
Shout out to Shrek.
Can I act as the proxy audience member right now who
Yeah.
is absolutely screaming at their stereo or iPod?
Sure.
And it's okay if you don't know this. You just flippantly
Uh-huh.
gave us the information that nuns cannot go to exorcisms.
Sure.
Why?
Why can't they?
Why?
Because they're technically not, they're not like in the Catholic Church, believe me. I
This
don't
is not a
agree with
Vargas or First
this
Issue
is-
Club.
Yeah, they are not allowed to be like the representative of the church, or like priests are
Yeah.
like
High ranking,
they are the
face of the church.
Mhm.
yeah, they're like the church people. They are the men of the cloth,
Yeah.
and nuns are like lesser than, basically.
And this just goes to show you, nuns would have these things wrapped up toot sweet.
Oh, dude, they would.
How many botched exorcisms do we read about where dudes just drop the bag?
It's true.
You wouldn't see a nun doing that, that's for sure.
It's true. So this was a fun book. The first issue was a little bit short, but like this, they give you the synopsis like at the end and on the back of the book. So
Mhm.
like that plus the first issue is like enough to keep me going for sure. I'm very excited about it. Plus the cover is like fucking rad. The
Nice.
art. So yeah, it's a cool one. If you're into horror, if you're into like, you know, the religious kind of thing.
Feminism.
Yeah. If you're into feminism.
I also read, if I can jump in,
You jump in, please.
Barbara Gordon Breakout.
I read that too.
Let's talk about it.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
So this is kind of all happening within the DC universe that's happening right now. The Bat family is
On the run.
on the run and being framed for murder of a cop.
Yep.
So Barbara Gordon takes it upon herself to to be arrested and be the woman on the inside in this maximum supermax prison ran by Vandal Savage.
Yeah.
And it's all about her and her
She's like trying to protect all of the good eggs that are being arrested.
yeah, so okay,
by
so
the bad eggs.
so Vandal Savage has taken over basically the prison and police system.
Yeah.
He has put
Because Poison Ivy is the mayor of Gotham right now.
yes, and he has put bad cops that have been fired into the max prison as guards.
Yeah.
Every litigator and prosecutor that has gone against Vandal Savage is now been put in prison.
Yep.
So Barbara is in there, seemingly protecting those people from being killed by either guards or inmates or plants or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just Barbara in there whooping ass, trying to protect people, and then there's a mystery character at the end that we do not see.
Yeah, that was the real bummer. Is that
Yeah.
we get the reaction panel, but we don't even get a shadow.
Yeah. Who do you think it is? Who is a member of Barbara's life that she would be terrified to be sharing a cell with?
The only hint we get is the character saying "shh" in like a squiggly font.
Yeah.
So it's obviously
Madam Snake.
shush.
She hush.
She hush.
Shush.
So Barbara Gordon's sister is dead. That's a different That's Batwoman.
That's correct. Yes.
Yes. That's a different.
Alice Kane,
Alice Kane had a sister who was corrupted from a cult, but is now dead.
correct. No,
and that's in the book of That's in the Batwoman book that's happening
Batwoman.
right now.
Yeah.
Which one of them dated the Question?
That is a good question.
Batwoman,
Batwoman.
Not Barbara Gordon.
Barbara
Correct.
Gordon's
Batgirl.
straight.
Yes, because she dated.
Barbara Gordon was also
Dick
once in
Grayson.
a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I just say real quick from this book, I'm so glad that Spoiler is back to the full mask
Oh
with
yeah.
the stitching across that makes it look like she looks like a kind of a scarecrow with a frowny face.
Uh-huh.
She's kind of like Spoiler.
Yeah.
I love that look. It's such a
Yeah.
fucking badass look.
It's super 90s. I love it.
I think she was like that in Batgirls too.
Yeah, she was.
Wait. Spoiler and not Batgirl?
Spoiler and Batgirl are two separate characters.
Yes.
You know. Yeah, you know that.
But Batgirl has the stitched on mask, right? Not Spoiler.
I thought
No,
those.
Cassandra Cain, spoiler, has the full like bodysuit that's black and yellow, and she's got the stitched
And
mouth.
she goes by Spoiler.
She is Spoiler. Yes.
Okay. I thought she was just Batgirl.
So wait,
she was probably Batgirl at one point.
So who's But spoilers in this book, right?
Spoiler is Cassandra Cain
Okay,
in this
yeah, that's
book.
what I thought.
And Batgirl is Barbara Gordon.
Okay, who's the other girl in Batgirls?
Spoiler.
Stephanie Brown.
Oh,
Stephanie Brown
Stephanie
is spoiler.
What
No?
have we done
No,
now?
it's
This
Cassandra
is a who's on first
So
situation.
who's Stephanie Brown then? What's her
Stephanie Brown is a
superhero?
Robin
Yeah.
that has turned into a bat.
Person.
This is
I'm
terrible.
I'm googling
This
Stephanie Brown.
is terrible.
Stephanie Brown is the female Robin. I know that for sure.
Anyway,
But she's not anymore.
no, correct.
Now she's a character.
She's probably got her own bat name.
yes, it's not the Signal. That's something else completely.
That's Duke.
That's Duke.
Anyway.
Did you like the book?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It reminded me a lot of like old 70s prison movies.
Totally.
Like
Yep.
Barbara Gordon is just Clint Eastwood
Mhm.
trying to like live in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, you know, she's she's an undercover cop in prison
Yes.
kicking ass and taking names, and it ruled.
Trying to take it down from the inside.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Some clarity
Please.
just on Stephanie Brown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stephanie Brown's first appearance is in Detective Comics 647.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
In the next issue, she makes her first appearance as the spoiler.
Okay.
So at least for a time,
Got it.
she is the spoiler before, like 12 years before she becomes Robin.
Got it.
yes.
And then 5 years later, she becomes Batgirl for the first time.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that Cassandra Cain is not also taking up the moniker of spoiler at some point.
Yes.
Got it.
But I don't have that history yet. But
We'll keep talking, please.
enough to clarify my confusion early on. I'll keep looking.
I didn't know Stephanie
Yes.
Brown was spoiler.
But I think she had a different suit than the iconic.
I don't. I mean,
Sewn on
maybe
one.
not. Maybe that's why.
We'll
my-
revisit it here in a little bit. I also enjoyed this book.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. I loved how Bruce Wayne kind of was like hesitant about sending Barbara Gordon in there
Yeah.
because he explicitly said, "We don't have anyone else in there. You will be by yourself.
Yeah.
We can't check on you. You have no way of telling us if you're in trouble." He's like, "I don't think you should be doing this." And she said, "You can't stop me." And he goes, "You're right. I can't."
The only thing that I wasn't unclear on, and I mean Mariko Tamaki is writing it, so like
It was solid.
it's gonna be great.
So solid.
But she's got to sneak to the men's side of the facility for something. She's trying to find somebody or get to somebody. Right?
Yeah, yeah. It's another one of like the innocent people that she's trying to
Okay.
find.
Okay.
Best I could tell.
But yeah. So that's basically the setup of the book. She's breaking into prison to make sure that like the good guys don't get killed.
Good times.
I also read Innards, which is the Ignition Press book. I talked about
Yeah.
I talked about the 0 issue of this on a Patreon or something, but this was the first issue. And this takes place in a world where we have nuked each other into oblivion.
Mhm.
So all the coal mines have like dried up. There's no gas, there's no coal, but the irradiated mines produce this new material that people mine for power.
Mhm.
But the only way to get there is to like teleport from the surface to the bottom of the mine, which like scrambles your insides and stuff.
Yes, we talked. Yeah. You talked about this in the 0 issue.
Yeah.
Because we made the joke about is a ship still the same ship?
Yeah, it's
when
a
you
ship of Theseus.
Take it apart and build it back together.
So they kind of make a joke about that, where one of the characters is like, teleportation. Yeah, it works, but it's a little iffy. And he's like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "You see this mole?" And she points to her face, and he's like, "Yeah." And she goes, "It used to be on my ass." So
Very funny.
You got this main character, his girlfriend gets pregnant, so he's got to take this super dangerous job
Mm-hmm.
to like care for his girl and their baby.
Yeah.
And you find out that like the guy he's partnered with, his former partner died in the mine under, as we learned in the 0 issue, mysterious circumstances that
Mhm.
potentially
yada.
whatever, yada yada. but the end of the book comes along. They go through their first mine and it's successful, but the like grizzled guy with the dead partner sprinkles the new power material luciferium like around this dead end because it like keeps the monsters at bay, seemingly. But then the end of the book comes around.
Bay seasoning.
But then
Monster Bay.
the end of the book comes around and there's like a monster that comes, into the light, and the new guy's partner calls out to it with the name of his like dead partner. So there's like, is this a monster? Is this like a mutated guy? Is this
How do you know Derek?
And Rob Gilroy is the writer of this.
Oh, cool.
He did Chew and Farmhand. So he's an old hand at like body horror kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So this was a really cool one. I mean, another like knockout from Ignition. I'm stoked on this. This was a really cool book.
Hell yeah.
And the last one I read, we've been gearing up forever for this book. It's from Bad Idea, Matt Kintz, Megalith. You guys don't...
And
Yeah, I remember.
This is the one that I was like, this is going to look like garbage if it's printed on newsprint.
yeah.
It was printed on glossy paper.
Oh, okay,
and
good.
it looked great.
All right.
So then why did they say they're going to print it on newsprint?
They did like a 0 issue.
The
on
0 issue was...
newsprint,
Oh, okay.
and it would look like mud, kind of.
Yeah.
It's so highly detailed. And
Oh,
on
yeah.
newsprint, the inks just kind of washed into each other.
Yeah.
And it made it look a little odd.
It's like when the camera lens is out of focus just slightly.
Yeah.
So in this book, we focus on a cop and a big megalith crashes into the earth, and we don't know why, and it takes place over 90 minutes, because if they don't figure out what it is in 90 minutes, then the government's going to nuke this thing because it crashes into like New York or Chicago or something. So everybody like tries to climb the thing and it kills everybody, of course. Sorry.
You're just getting choked up.
Yeah, I was going to say, you always get this emotional about
No
monoliths.
one's fair to the megalith.
no one appreciates the megalith's point of view.
No one asks about its day.
But it's really just like an action set piece for the entire book. People trying to get into this thing. They're blowing it up. They're getting cut in half by the like limbs of this thing as it's like growing, throughout the book. And
Yeah.
towards the end of the book, it starts like splitting apart. And then the final scene is you realize that it's a giant robot that has like transformed from a pillar to a robot.
Yeah, transport it in pillar form.
Yeah.
Mike, you're walking alone in a forest. And would you rather be approached by a man or a monolith?
Not finding a monolith would be pretty scary.
Yeah, but you know the monolith doesn't want to try to like hurt you or like pull a gun on you. Or make you listen to some like shoegaze.
I guess monolith.
Correct.
If I touch it, am I gonna inspire the next age of evolution?
You can do the same thing if you touch a man.
Throw a bone in the
Yeah,
air.
you're gonna be a monkey.
Oh my god. Okay, so my father-in-law is not going to listen to this, but he told me that he watched 2001: Space Odyssey recently, and he goes, "I don't get the fucking big deal about this movie. Why does everyone love it?"
Sure.
And I said, "Are you sure you watched 2001: A Space Odyssey, one of the greatest films ever?" And he's like, "Yeah, like for the first 20 minutes, just a bunch of monkeys." And I was like, "Okay, we have to end this conversation right the fuck now."
That's funny.
That's funny. Because I bet people like that. I worked with a guy at USDA who thought The Thing was legitimately one of the worst movies he's ever seen.
Oh man.
And he goes,
Oof.
they didn't even tell you if he was the Thing at the end of the movie. And I was like,
what else would be?
yeah,
the Thing?
I know.
I could at least understand that that someone would go to see Space Odyssey and be like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing, inexcusable.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it is a perfect movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Megalith was like, it was literally just an action set piece.
So I'm talking to Megalith.
So Megalith, what are you working on
So
these days?
I'm talking about a Megalith.
Got a new movie coming out. You and Susan Sarandon.
I mean, if the mystery of like a 600-foot robot crashing into Earth like doesn't get you, then there's really nothing in this.
that doesn't pull on your heartstrings.
Yeah, like there's really nothing else in this book for you. Like, you know, there's an interesting cop character who teams up with this like special forces squadron to infiltrate the megalith, so they're like inside of the robot as it's roboting around.
The story alone is like standard action movie fare, right?
Correct.
Like if you don't like Terminator, you're not gonna like this book.
Yeah.
However, I have seen previews of the art, like in the pages. That alone should grab you. It is stunning
That's
to look
100% what I was getting at, is like the art of the action
at.
is the draw of this book, even though Matt Kint is writing.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the book? I think you mentioned that they gave the people unlimited time and unlimited resources. They're just like, make a book
Yes,
and then we'll print it.
and the art reflects that.
Oh, yeah.
It's-
To me, the like 0 issues don't feel like a Matt Kint book.
It didn't feel like a Matt Kint
Yeah.
book. Like the characters were like, and maybe this
But
is
also neither did like Berserker.
I was gonna say this
Yeah.
might be a reaction of him having written Berserker,
And
where
had
he's
success
like,
with that.
I don't have to make a book where like the
Yeah.
characters are.
Didn't he also write ENIAC?
Mhm,
Yes.
you did.
That felt more like a Matt Kent.
Yes.
Yeah, but this is
ENIAC can be kind of tied to mind management in a way.
This is almost the exact opposite of like Department H,
Yeah.
where our Department H was like kind of an action book, but it's
Uh-huh.
like it's a murder mystery underwater. This
Yeah.
is like the flip opposite,
Yeah.
where it's just action sequences,
Mhm.
and maybe we'll get more like character stuff as the book develops. But
Mhm.
this is also marketed as the Olympus Saga
Mhm.
Megalith, so this might be like
Just part 1
a
of
4-issue mini inside of a trilogy of books or something.
This is Bad Ideas Odyssey.
It could be. I don't know.
This was also the comic that had a Kickstarter that was like incredibly confusing.
Correct.
That it was like pay $80 and get issues 1 and 2.
Correct.
Pay $120 and get issue 1 through 3.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
but not issues 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It was like super confusing to figure out like
Yeah.
what exactly is happening. What is the thing that I'm
Spend $400
Like-
and get a tablecloth for the table at our convention.
Yeah.
You are correct, Mike.
But it was good.
I mean, it's tough to say, like, it's tough to say who this book was for, because it's not like there wasn't like a lot of words. You didn't like dive into the characters.
Yeah.
It truly felt like watching the first 20 minutes of an action movie, which is
And
just isn't for everybody.
And we've been waiting for this comic for so long,
Mhm.
too, that it's also one of those things where, like, how does it live up to your expectations?
Has the moment
When, like,
passed?
I
Well,
mean,
at this point,
the Kickstarter feels like it was 2 years ago, and it made,
because
like,
it probably was.
an incredible amount of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're just, like, waiting and waiting and waiting for this thing, and then, like, does it deliver? I don't know.
Well, wasn't also one of the stipulations for the Kickstarter of just like, listen, if you want this in comic book shops, you need to back this Kickstarter. Like, this is more for the comic book shops than for you guys.
Well, it definitely was kickstarted in the era where Bad Idea was like, you have to mail a quarter to our PO box and then
Yeah.
hop it 3 times in the air, and then we'll send you a comic book.
Oh, I forgot this was a bad idea thing.
Yeah. So I don't know if the intention was for it to be like a Kickstarter exclusive or be one of those like
Mhm.
sort of limited things. And then they realized that people will actually buy comics if you put them in stores. But I don't know. I think my advice on this, because it was also like a $7 first issue,
but it was
Yeah.
because
big.
it's Bad Idea.
Was it big?
I don't know. I mean, I would. It didn't have ads, I guess, but that's like normal for a bad idea book.
It's got like a thick, glossy cover, though.
Yeah. My advice would be to trade weight it, since like we've already waited so long for this book.
Yeah, so in 10 years, when it's finally done.
I mean, maybe, but
That's the other thing. If they're on an unlimited amount of time for it,
Mhm.
like, do we even know when issue 2 comes out? I wonder if
I-
they've finished it all now and
they've
it's just coming
solicited
out.
it. Like the release
okay.
is in the back of the book.
Is it okay?
Maybe they probably didn't want a Hush 2 to happen. So they made sure that it was all
Everything's
done.
done. Yeah.
Well, this is a problem I have with some of these comics. That they just people are like, "Hey, I want to take my time on it," and then when you're reading single issues, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then you get to the trade, and it's like, well, our intent is that this has a longer life, persisting as a collected edition.
Yeah.
And then the floppies are just for weirdos like us who like to say we had it before
Hold your tongue.
everyone else.
I also don't know though. I say trade weighted, but I don't know that I've ever seen a bad idea trade. Is that something they do?
I've seen one.
Okay.
They do it.
Do.
So
that's Megalith.
you kept talking about Kickstarters, and we'd be remiss.
Megalith. We've been saying monolith.
Megalith.
Yeah, it's Megalith.
I would not want to run across a Megalith in the
It's
woods.
bigger than a monolith.
Tiny Onion,
Yeah.
Exquisite Corpse
Exquisite Corpse's game.
game Kickstarter went live this week.
That's right.
I don't know if the early bird's still happening, but I got the game for $15.
$15. I know, me too.
We're very excited for it.
Yeah.
If you listen to our show, Podsquisite Corpse Cast, you know that we are very well versed in the Exquisite Corpse universe, and we have been waiting for this game to come out. So I don't know the exact URL, but go to Kickstarter, look up Exquisite Corpses. You can find it fairly quickly. It's already been funded. It got like funded in like less than 24 hours.
They've already made more than $125,000.
Yeah.
Which
So-
is nuts.
That's badass. I'm excited to try it out on the show when we get it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I want to say is this. There are more expensive options for this game. The base game is probably $20 now because I'm sure the early bird's
Yeah.
over. But there was one for like $1,000,
Well,
and you get drawn into season 2 of.
they also had
Exquisite
a
Corpses.
$10,000 option.
Yes. Well, I think the one you get drawn in was $500.
Oh, okay.
And they did it for like 4 people or something.
Yeah.
And those sold immediately.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then there was the $10,000 one or $5,000 one was you get the original prototype for the game.
Yeah. And they only had one.
So it's like James Tynion's handwriting on a set of cards trying to figure out how to make the game work
Okay.
before they actually drew and did the final concepts for everything.
Has it been purchased?
Oh, let's see.
Doubt it.
10 G's
Hang on.
for a prototype of the game. That's pretty gnar.
If
It is still available.
this was
Bid.
so James Tynion
Tynion.
is becoming a Robert Kirkman type. Do you think if Robert Kirkman was like, here's my game for Walking Dead, and here's the $10,000 prototype hand drawn by me for it, do you think someone would pay $10,000 for that?
Yes.
Yeah. So the idea is that I don't know.
I
mean,
guess
this
it's a stretch for
It's a Hail Mary
Yeah,
for sure.
it's
it
a
is
Hail Mary.
definitely a Hail Mary.
yeah.
I don't know what you gain from it. You know what I mean? Like, it isn't like you get the prototype or the painting of the Black Lotus Magic the Gathering card.
Yeah.
Like, this is a very
So you say that
niche game.
for half the price, for $5,000, the original Killers set gets you all 3 editions of the game, plus the original art of one of the killer cards
See, that to me is
for $5,000.
That's $5,000. A lot.
So that's a Michael Walsh original. I think he
it's
did
a
the
lot
art
for
all the
an
cards.
original
Okay.
piece of art.
Well,
But
I'll-
you get 3 copies of the game, all 3 versions.
I guess that's $160 $70 worth of game.
That's
But I mean, 3 of the same game. But
Yeah.
the prices of it adds up to about $170, I think.
yep. That's about right.
So you actually save money if you do
60,
this.
and 20.
Is this free shipping?
So $5,000 minus $170 is what you're paying for that original piece of art.
Yeah. Oh, but also you get the exclusive copies of the comics. So you could slab those and sell them.
Uh-huh.
So really,
For like 20. It'd be so funny if the $10,000 pledge didn't have free shipping.
oh my god, that would be hysterical.
You still have to pay out the ass for this thing to get shipped to you.
I did do the $90 one.
Dude, it
Okay.
looks so good. You're gonna get the foil copy.
I'll get a
The foil.
foil
Nice.
of issue 1.
Yeah.
So
I was like, we have a fucking podcast about
Dude,
this
I know.
comic book. I was like, I might as well go all out.
I get it.
I totally get it. If I knew I wouldn't be absolutely killed if I
know.
spent $90 on this
Well-
at this point in my life.
And
Yeah.
it comes with that sick playmat. You get the dice that are.
I did consider getting the
exclusive to
playmat.
it.
The playmat is like very cool.
Yeah.
You get oversized killer cards, metal tokens.
Metal
Like,
tokens.
Is that something you wear?
What?
What?
Tokens? What are
No,
tokens?
like the little game pieces to like mark
I
stuff.
mean, you could wear them.
Oh, okay.
It's like health or something.
Oh, so if I've got 5 health, I hold on to 5 tokens.
Sure.
Possibly.
Just to
Or
help-
it's like you've been afflicted with something.
Just
Yeah.
to help you keep track.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
like little markers.
Okay. Did you see you could buy a set of slabbed cards?
Uh huh.
Oh my! How much is that?
It's an add-on. I thought
It actually wasn't that bad, but I mean,
Imagine playing the game with slabbed cards.
Yeah. pretty funny.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it probably costs a little more than what it costs to like
slab them.
slab cards. I remember looking at it and thinking like,
What's our
I w-
Patreon pool at?
I would never do this in a million years, but for someone who might be interested in that, I didn't think it was crazy.
For like a shop to get it,
Like
it would
one
be
of-
very fun.
Another one of the add-ons was like a slab 9/8 copy of one of the variants,
Ooh,
and it was like $50, and I was like,
that's actually
for a slab of
Yeah.
a brand new comic, not crazy. It costs like $35, $40 after shipping.
Yeah.
To do it yourself and to guarantee a 9/8 on one of these, maybe
I
if
can't,
you're a slab hound.
I can't see the add-ons without canceling my play.
I am
Yeah.
notorious for being utterly confused with Kickstarter pledged levels. Because they put so much stuff in the bulk of just like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
here's what you get in this one, and here's what you get in this one, but you also get that one from this one. It's just like, just explain it to me like I have CTE. Like, what am I getting from this fucking pledge level? I want the fun level with the game stuff. That's all I want.
Well, you got it, buddy.
I did $15. You get the game
So fun, dude. The video was funny, I thought.
with Rascal Randy,
Yeah,
right?
it was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's what we call an episode here at First Issue Club. We are going to TowerCon this weekend. It's a local microcon
Hell yeah.
here in our beautiful city of Kansas City, Missouri, at Boulevard Beer Hall. You may have heard about it.
From us.
We will be posting an episode to the Patreon for free, like we usually do for TowerCon. We record a live episode while we're there, and we do a little game called What Did You Buy, where we go off air for a little bit, go spend some money, and talk about what we bought. You love it. You know you do. If you're interested, go to patreon.com/firstissueclub. Become a member. You can become a member for free, or we have 2 tiers. One is $1 and one is $3.99. Anyway, until next week.
The graded deck is $250. Bye.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? First Issue Club podcast is brought to you by Boulevard Brewing Company, the people responsible for our favorite drinks, the Space Camper Cosmic IPA family of beers. Our show is edited and produced by our hosts Mike DeStacy, Greg Lichtig, and Andy Vargas. You can find us on social media at First Issue Club, and you can join the supporters who keep our humble podcast going on our Patreon at patreon.com/firstissueclub.